Uh... I feel like Riza being somewhere more public would not work out for him. But who knows, maybe the grocery store has been robbed. Production facility, we probably would have heard something from Anna. Well, let's go to the grocery store. Entered the store, the sound of a bell alerting the staff to my arrival. Seeing the patrons browsing the shelves, neatly stocked with wares of all kinds, evoked some feelings of nostalgia and normalcy in me. This must be the store Riza's been shopping at. Or at least was shopping at before he became a suspect. Who's he talking to? I think I've seen her before. I'm sorry, but this prescription has expired. I can't fill it like this. You need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so he can write you a new one. She turned around, nearly running into me when she suddenly bolted toward the door. Hello, Cat. How can I help you? You know who I am? How could I not? Everyone knows about you. Yeah, I figured the masked man and saying my name was not indicative of being Riza. Anyway, how can I help you? Who's that? You mean the girl? That's Farah. She comes here occasionally to pick up her mother's prescription. She seems very shy. Do you remember Riza coming here? Of course I do. It's only been a few days since he was last here. You sound a little unusual. Can you tell me about what he bought? Are you just talking about last time or every time he came here? Both, I suppose. Came here more than once. Been visiting pretty regularly now that I think about it. Interesting. I can look up his purchases if you like. That'd be really helpful. Shouldn't be too hard. Just give me a second. Watch him carefully navigate the register's button, soon followed by the sound of the attached printer. Here you go, receipts from all his purchases. Well, that was easy. Since our government takes care of all of his purchases, they're filed separately. It was simple to pull them up. Looks like he bought mostly food and snacks, sometimes magazines. Why was he buying lemons every single time? How many of these goddamn messages has he been writing? Can't say that I didn't notice, but I figured it was just a human thing. Strange, in any case, that was more information than I expected. You have my thanks. You're welcome. Just probably gonna let me know if you need anything. What am I even looking for? What's in the health aisle? Everything from food supplements to skincare and even birth control. The variance in product sizes is astounding, especially when talking about the birth control. I think these ones could fit on my arm. Oh, look, produce? Who thought that dragons are big on produce? I don't even recognize some of these. Bread. Surprisingly big selection. So when do dragons eat bread anyway? I guess at least I'm covered in case I want any melon bread. Hey, you! Talking to me? Yes, what do you say? Melon or lemon bread? I mean, the only difference between the two is like one letter, so how am I supposed to choose? I don't think that's how it works. Why don't you just go with the one you think you'll like more? That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Is that a cardboard box on her head? Meat, of course. Lots and lots of meat. Fresh meat, smoked meat, cured meat, dried meat, pre-packaged meat, prepared meat, ready-to-eat meat, meat snacks, burgers, kebab, nuggets, whole hams, bacon, meatloaf, sausages. That's not even all of it. Needless to say, they have that area covered. Enough browsing, I should go back to what I came here for. Looked at everything the store has to offer. Alright, suppose that's all I can do here. Noon sun hung low in the sky, and I decided it's time to report my findings to police. Brief call to the department, and I was on my way to an appointment with Sebastian. Not sure how my findings will help, but at least I have something. Look who we have here. Somehow I knew it was going to be Maverick. Turning around to see Maverick, his intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else his words could have been directed at. Even with the civilians passing by in the background, I suddenly felt very alone. What do you want from me? Answers. Okay, then start talking. Just tell me one thing. Why? What is your goal in all this? Why even come here? You know why we came as ambassadors for humanity and to oversee the trade we agreed on. No, that won't do. That's simply not true. You know it, and I know it. I just don't get why you can't be honest with me, even when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. If I did, it would be over for me, at least as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one's gonna believe me anyway. You wish to kill me too? Like Riza? I would never do such a thing. Is that so? Tell me, why would a bastard need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claim not to have one of these things Riza injured me with. You didn't have any when they searched you. I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. Damn hurt, you know. But even worse than that was getting thrown aside by Bryce. I trust him, but after what happened, he doesn't trust me anymore. Now, there's only you, the mythical, the special, the new. How much I wish I could make him see what I see. I could have saved the world with what I did that day, and it still wouldn't matter when no one believes me. It's because I don't have any proof. But I won't stop until I find some. When I do, I'm gonna be a damn hero. And with that, he was gone. On the way to the police station, Maverick's words kept finding their way back to my mind. I couldn't decide how to feel about them. I wasn't even sure if it was worth mentioning to police, since all he did was make vague accusations. It wasn't anything substantial enough to be considered a threat. However, his actions were growing more calculated, and he seemed to be very sure of himself. I wondered about what this could amount to. But that wasn't the problem at hand. Hey, Cad! Hey, Sebastian, I thought I'd meet you at the front desk. What are we doing in Bryce's office? He does have a nice office, doesn't he? And the chairs are comfy! Is that the only reason we're in here? Dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say that any information pertaining to this case is poor enough to warrant some privacy. I see. Will Bryce be here anytime soon? I don't think so. He's still outside looking for Riza. He's not the kind of person who gives up easily. That sounds like him. That's Bryce for you. Once he sets his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. That's why he's our chief. He gets things done. At this rate, it doesn't look like we'll find him today. He could be anywhere. Long gone, beyond our reach. What do you think? I don't think... We'll never find him. Makes you think so. He's escaped twice now. Each time he managed to get away without any trouble. Just feel like if we haven't found by now, we won't do so anytime soon either. Reason knows what he's doing. Wouldn't give up just yet. I don't think... I mean, that's honestly not what I thought I was going for. Is like, I don't think we'll find him because, like, where is he so discreetly getting, like, food from? Either he's gone back through the portal, or he's dead. I guess there's also the masked man, so I guess the same question would be raising questions about them as well. But you do, that's why we asked for your help. I know, to be honest, I'm not sure if I can be much help to you at all. Just have to keep trying. At least that's what they told me at Police Academy. In our line of work, they get lost in situations that seem hopeless. But the one thing you can't do is to just give up. That would lead to an unresolved case, and those have never existed before. Oh wait. You can go over the same facts and evidence dozens of times, still miss something. Focus and keep trying. You'll eventually find something new. If you're sure there's nothing else to be found, or you feel like it's not worth it, or you just think it's hopeless, there's always something you can do to help. As long as you don't give up, there's still a chance to solve the case, however small it may be. I still don't think these couches are shaped for dragons. You know, maybe it's that small chance that makes a difference in the end. Don't give up, Cad, because quite frankly, you're the best chance we have. Wonder what will happen to our trade agreement now, considering Riza's still missing, the murderers, and the stolen generator. If Riza really is the murderer, then don't do that. What? Worry. You don't know what's at stake here. People are dead, Cad. Do you think I don't know that? Riza may be our prime suspect, but he's also a missing person. For all we know, he could be a victim. Maybe someone is making him do this. My point is, we don't know the facts yet. What we need to do is find him and find the murderer. We'll find Riza and go from there. We'll figure it out. Thanks, Sebastian. Anyway, you said you had some information for us, so what did you find? The band you found is something, alright. Of course, it could be anyone's, but why would someone discard theirs at a place like that? Seems suspicious to me, and it's certainly worth checking out. I'll make sure it gets to the right place. The receipts you got are interesting. There might be something more to them, or they could just be a useless record of his eating habits. You never know what you might find out about a person, their habits, or their plans this way. Well done, Cad. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. Did well in the second investigation. Yay. In any case, thanks for your help. We really do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all, then. Since Bryce still hasn't come back, I assume the search is still going on. Better get out there and help him. Guess it's gonna be a long day. Can you find a way back to your apartment? Of course. Alright, I'll see you later. Good luck. Finally, some free time. Whatever am I going to do? Okay. Let's meet Lorem. I went to the bar Lorem had suggested as our meeting place. When I looked around, I saw Bryce sitting at a table talking to someone I couldn't see. I lingered on him for a second, soon spotted Lorem in the corner of my eye. There you are! Hey, Lorem. It's good to see you. I thought you might not show up. Am I late? Not at all. I got here early. Kinda surprised you wanted to meet me here. Don't take this wrong way, but are you even old enough to drink? What are you talking about? Oh, I see. I can assure you I'm a fully grown adult. My species doesn't get much bigger than this. Speaking of which, are you fully grown yet? How big do humans usually get and how do you stack up comparatively speaking? Oh, would you mind if I took some notes? Before you get to that, you haven't told me yet what exactly all this is for. Are you sure you're not a reporter? If I was, Sebastian wouldn't have let me meet you in the first place. And I thought a uniform was just a clever disguise. It's real though! Sebastian knows I work for the local post office. Excuse me, but this still doesn't really tell me anything about why I'm here. You're a postman who wants to interview me for what exactly? Sorry, I guess I got ahead of myself there. Here, maybe a full introduction is in order, and after that, you can still decide whether or not you want to go through with this or not. Sure, go ahead. I recently graduated college with a degree in computing and moved in here with a good friend of mine. This town doesn't exactly offer the best opportunities to put my degree to good use, though. Why move here in the first place? Living in the city can be very expensive. I can always move later when I get a job there. Got other plans right now, though. I'm working on a video game. Video game? Sounds interesting. Exactly! Video games and computers are just starting to catch on in places like this town. Making good content will be very important to give a good first impression. And humans have always been part of our media. Books, movies, and now games. To you on our side, this could be an amazing opportunity. Well? Oh, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. Why? I don't know, you don't seem so thrilled about doing this anymore. I was never thrilled. Besides, your job must be really stressful and you're probably already in the spotlight all the time. And now, top it all off, you got some postman harassing you for an interview. If you wanted to leave, I'd get that. Yeah, we'll stay. Well, I'm already here and have nothing else to do, so let's make the most of this. Yes, thank you! At least I won't have to be so careful now. As a reporter, I'd have to worry about things being misinterpreted or being taken out of context. You should still be careful. What you tell me now will influence how your entire species will be represented in my game. Don't worry though, I'll treat this delicate matter with the required finesse. Don't get ahead of yourself, we haven't even started yet. How should we do this? Let me think. Why do you want to make a game in the first place? I've always wanted to make a video game. I've had this idea for a while and it seems now's the perfect time to do it. It's almost as if you arrived at the perfect moment. I don't know. Don't you think my visit will overshadow your efforts? People may not be so interested in playing a game about humans anymore if they have a real one show up. Good point, but the vast majority won't get to meet you personally, anyway. If I say I didn't model the humans the game after you, people will flock to it to get a similar experience. So, does that mean I'm going to be your game's mascot? I guess you could say so. Okay, but why focus on humans? What makes us so important? Cad, come on. You know why... Hey... You know that the dragons basically worship people like humans like God. There's one thing people here love, it's humans. Doesn't matter if they just see them in the media or believe them as mythical creatures. For me, humans were always real. I just didn't know whether I'd get a chance to meet one myself. I guess I can cross that one off the bucket list. Now that we're here, I can tell you that no expense will be spared to make our portrayal of humans as accurate as possible. Certainly seem passionate enough about this. For good reason, I just love humans. You say it like that, it actually ends up sounding pretty weird. Besides, what if I turned out to be a horrible person? What would you think about humans then? It wouldn't change anything, because I wouldn't base my opinion of an entire species on interactions with a single individual. Oops, accidentally right-clicked. Said everyone who does that ever. Then what is your current opinion of us based on? Just the myths we have in the previous portrayals of humans in our media. I suppose that's why I'm here talking with you right now. I want the truth, and all of it. Telling you all of it might not be such a good idea. Oh yeah, I guess that would take a lot more time than we have today. Anyway, what's the actual game about? What do you do? It's a community simulation game. All starts with the player character moving into a procedurally generated community, which is inhabited by all kinds of mythical creatures, humans included. Mythical creatures like humans. Not only are the towns you move into unique, but the inhabitants are too. There are a variety of traits that get randomized, both in looks and personality. Wait, is this Animal Crossing? Like, at first I was thinking, oh yes, at first I was thinking more along the lines of Sims, but now I'm kind of wondering if this is Animal Crossing. There are many things you can do, but it's very open-ended. You can live your life there however you want to. Okay. Not my type of game, but go on. It is, at least I hope the others feel the same way about it. What other mythical creatures are there besides humans? I haven't worked that out yet. The humans alone give us a lot of material to work with. How so? The question of the mythical healing can be tackled in a variety of ways. There are many different interpretations of what humans are like. For example, in general, the mythical healing can be divided into 3 categories. Firstly, the human as a physical creature. Secondly, the human as a non-physical entity. Thirdly, the human as a spiritual being. Let's start with the physical aspects. Sure, since one of our myths tells us that the human who created us eventually turned into a dragon, there's a lot of room for interpretation as to how similar humans actually are to dragons. See, you don't have wings, but most of us are able to create fire in some way. Hey, or at least have a breath weapon. How about you? I can rub 2 sticks together and make fire, does that count? Not really. Having hands that are dexterous enough to do that is remarkable, though. It's a bit strange, though, because our myths also say that you gave that ability to us. Interesting. Maybe it's meant to be taken literally, meaning that when the ability was given to us, you lost it. Or maybe we never had it in the first place. Humans are known to have created a lot of things out of nothing. After all, we only needed to discover how to create and use fire because we didn't have a natural ability to do so. We have a proverb that sums this up pretty well. What is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. So a lack of natural abilities drove innovation forward. What an interesting thought. Here's another thing. You may have many different images of humans, but in the end, only one could be right. It's also possible that what you've been led to believe about humans doesn't actually refer to us at all. Are you implying that you aren't human? No, I'm just saying that if you really had been in contact with humans before, as your myths imply, they would need to belong to the same species as me and thus be very similar to me, myself. If they aren't, then either they weren't humans at all or have very different origins. So you say there's a possibility that our humans and your humans may be something different altogether. I suppose you're right in the way that our images of humans are very inconsistent. They certainly can't all be humans in the way that we would refer to a single species. The name should probably be reserved for yours. We haven't even touched on the other 2 categories of humans. What did you call them again? Non-physical human entities and spiritual humans. What's the difference? Honestly, the definitions get a bit muddled here. Going by conventional belief, a ghost could be a human who has died and thus changed into a different form. We would call this a spiritual human. An angel, on the other hand, would be classified as a non-physical entity. What do you know about angels? Angels basically look like humans with wings. Their existence in ancient scripts was used to lend some credence to theories about humans having become dragons. Okay, so they're not the biblical angels. They're just like an eldritch horror, but wings and eyes instead of tentacles. Because of the wings? Exactly! Some of your dragon species don't have wings either. Yes, as I said, once you start delving into that kind of stuff, it all becomes very convoluted. When we met, you also told me something about a four-headed human. Right, with that we go into the realm of creatures that just don't make much sense at all. Having four heads just seems unlikely from an evolutionary perspective. That might not really matter if we were talking about a non-physical entity or a spiritual being, though. So in the end, you have a lot of different ideas whose only connection to each other is that you use the word human to describe them in some way. And they share at least some basic characteristics. You fit those as well, by the way. What are they? Certainly you're not a reptile like us, but you don't look like a conventional mammal either. We are mammals, though. Yes, but you're so different from other mammals. We know that, ultimately, you are quite unique. We don't know any other sentient mammals. You've got a point there, I'll give you that. Strangely enough, we have plenty of human-like creatures in our mythologies as well. Oh, do tell! You already mentioned ghosts, but some other ones include dwarves, giants, fairies, and blemmies. I think I need to pull Google back up. What? Is it ES? Yeah, okay. Term blemmies is a demonym employed by Greeks, Romans, possible Egyptians to denote Eastern desert people who appeared in written sources from the 7th century BC until the 8th century AD. In the 4th century, they occupied Lower Nubia and established a kingdom. Wait, what? Okay, here we go. I think what they're actually referring to is headless men. And some images are showing like people with like headless people, but their faces on their chest. It's kind of disturbing to look at. Like their torso is their head, and they've got arms and legs coming out of it. And oh look! Wait, why is this image here? Okay, well there's a 5-headed man. It's not a Blemmy's picture. Columbus believed he would find Blemmies and Skyapods, not people, in the New World. What? Wait, hold up, this guy... Hold up, this is starting to get interesting. What is a Skyapod? Go back to all. Mythological dwarf-like creatures with a single large foot extending from like... Why is it cut off? I don't want to click on the page. Then I have to find like the actual part. Okay, we're a tribe of one-legged, giant-foot Ethiopian or Indian men. Raised their large foot into the air for shade against the hot southern sun. Huh. Okay. That also wasn't what was depicted in that image, but hey.